Greetings, dear Taurus. Welcome to Taurus Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at your Venus in retrograde reading. So I have a previous video that I'm going to put in the description of this particular video, but explains a little bit more about Venus in retrograde and what are some collective things we need to kind of look out for, and just some general information, astrological information about Venus. But let's just keep it really short. Just a brief synopsis that Venus is in retrograde. It started in the sign of Aries on March 1st and lasts into that sign until March 27th. Okay. And then it's going to shift backwards. So that is what a retrograde is, right? It brings a challenge to that planet, and that it's going to retrograde because it's moving back into the sign of Pisces. All right. And that's going to be from March 27th through April 14th. So what we could be seeing around this period is a lot of push and pull in relationships. Okay. Aries is very can be very abrasive and can be very aggressive, right? So if we put this in a planet where Venus rules love, harmony, um, relationships, our finances, our tangible world, right? Our home space, our tangible what we find pleasure and beauty in. It's in that sign of Aries, so it could be kind of aggressive. If there are people who are in your life who are more on the dominant end, you could be seeing an uptick in that. Okay, and then when it shifts into that Pisces, Pisces is great. Venus loves Pisces, exalted in Pisces, and exalted is just like it's at its highest form. But with that, we also have to be a little bit careful because our Venusian ideas can get a little dreamy, a little fantasy like, okay, where it's not really quite grounded in reality. And so what that could collectively look like is that we wear rose tinted glasses and we don't admit when situations or people are not right for us. Okay, so there could be a microscope when it comes to relationships where there isn't a great give or take, right? There could just be like aha moments or realizations in those connections, in the jobs, in your home, right? That could just be themes that we kind of see during this particular time. All right. So we're going to tap into some tarot, and we're just going to see for this particular energy. We're um, going to make sure that we ground this and that we set the intention that this is for the sign of Taurus. So if you have Taurus as in your sun, your rising, and particularly your Venus, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. All right. So because it is Venus, it is ruled like it's kind of like the sexy sign or planet of the zodiac. We are going to use the tarot of sexual magic to pull your messages, and then we'll close the reading out and see if we have any messages from our romance angels oracle. We'll close it out with that. All right. Please do me a favor. Go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. I would greatly appreciate that. I am trying to grow our community and connect with more people, and just give great advice or just tidbits about life, and seeing if there's any way that, we're all on this planet just trying to work for better goals to be better than what we were yesterday. Okay. And I'm a strong believer that astrology and tarot can be very helpful and insightful while we are on that journey. All right, let's go ahead and get into our reading. We are first using, I'm sorry, we are, first question that we're asking is, where is your heart at this particular time, Taurus? Where's Taurus heart at this particular time? Ooh. Okay. All right. They kind of went all over. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords. I think that was the only one that kind of flew. There was two, but you've got the Eight of Swords just being a little bit blocked in your heart space. But let's see. Ooh. Okay, you've got the Three of Wands, the Justice, and the Queen of Pentacles. All right. I feel like your heart is like you are trying. The first card that came out was this Justice card. Okay. Now, this is you trying to create the ultimate balance in life, to try to be, you're out here trying to be everything to everybody. Okay. And it's creating blockages within you. You just feel like sometimes you just want to shut down, or you just don't really know where exactly that you want to do, right? Because if you talk about Eight of Swords, it's it could be like you feeling like very restricted, or that you just can't move because maybe you're trying to be everything to everyone. Because I'm getting like a mama card here for sure with this Queen of Pentacles. This is you in your home holding it down, being very resourceful, being very domestic in your home space, right? Providing that environment that is nurturing and practical, and solid. Okay. So you're doing all of that, but it's like there's something here where you want to really expand out of the roles that you're in. Three of Wands is like looking for something else, looking for other, like just to expand who is attracted to you, or expand your scope of opportunities of what comes to you, right? Whether that be your job, or whether it's you looking for another place to live, or it's you just looking for more, right? Looking to expand your role. But I'm seeing for the Tauruses I'm connecting to, it's really just you trying to create a lot of justice and a lot of balance around you, okay? And really just kind of be it all for everyone. And there could be, I would say justice is not necessarily like, it's a good energy, but it's also, it has like a lot of like consequences attached to it, or is just a time where you're seeing that the things that you, there could be issues with justice also, right? Because it's in that block position. So it could be like you're giving, and you're just not seeing the results of what you feel that you deserve, right? In a heart space, or getting the support that you really feel like you deserve. And maybe at this point, you're so tired of holding it down for everybody else, you just want to expand out of that mode all the time. Okay. So, it's very specific. Okay. So that might not resonate with everyone, but that's what I'm getting for where your heart is at this time. Okay. Providing a lot of comfort to those around you. And hey, you just want a little bit more out of what you're giving. So let's look at what are your subconscious values. So oftentimes we assume the role that we kind of have to, because that's the look of the draw. That is our station. Those cards were dealt with in life, right? And we have to deal accordingly. This is what sometimes our responsibilities are like that, right? Life is an ebb and flow of good and bad times. So there are things that we get, the you know you value, but it's not necessarily like you have like it's something that you absolutely want, right? So when we're looking at like what do you subconsciously really value and what do you really want from life, and when we have retrograde periods, this is a great retrograde for really getting more in tune with what we desire and our, what are the relationships that we want to have, and that we want to invest in. What do we want our finances to look like? What do we want our home to look like? How can we create more harmony in our lives, right? So let's look at what are your subconscious values. What are your subconscious values, Taurus? What are your subconscious values? Okay, Two of Pentacles. Okay. Getting a lot of like issues with things being fair. You want... hold on. All right. Yeah. Taurus, it's not that hard. Like I feel like that's like what you thinking. You're like, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for like a mansion in the heavens. Like I just want a little bit of balance. I want my life to be balanced. Two of Pentacles is just like, here, I have all of these baskets up like at the same time. Can I get some help? Like, so you want things to you are looking for like just harmony in your life, right? You're looking for people to really be able to help out too, because the Two of Pentacles is all about working well with other people. This having a team, a tribe behind you that's able to like shoulder some burden, some responsibilities, people who are just solid and reliable. It's really kind of just what you want and what you're looking for. And you're also looking for subconsciously, like you really just want a person. You don't want to be out here with all of these people. You don't want to be out here trading jobs every time you look around. You want like solid, stable partnerships, okay? Because this Two of Cups is like soulmate energy. And soulmates don't always have to be lovers. Soulmates sometimes are just people who come into your life to help guide you to a lesson, or to that they're just significant, right? And that there are a purpose and a reason for them in your life. And I think like they are not always romantic, right? They can be at times, but they're not technically for that, right? They could be like the best friend, or like your sister, or your brother that kind of comes into the life to teaches you like important life lessons. And I feel like that's really what you want for a lot of the Tauruses I'm connecting to. It's like you're trying to be fair to everyone by like you're giving, but you're being blocked. You feel like you're being blocked from like receiving in some way. Okay. And I feel part of that could be the circumstance or the life, where you would just find yourself in life, and that is just what it is. Sometimes we're in positions where we want more, and we're getting less. And then sometimes it's flip where we are getting and we don't have the capacity to give. So, but I'm seeing you really like subconsciously, you really just want things to be fair. You want to be able to support people in the way that they can support you, and you want a good team or a good tribe behind you. And more importantly, you really want like your person, like you want somebody who is just like your rock. Like you feel that you can be that for other people, and that's really just what you value and what you want. You don't want to have friends, be friends with the whole world. You just want like solid human beings behind you, and that's what you value more than anything else. Okay. Let's look at what you no longer value. Okay, so once again, retrograde periods are times for looking at what don't we want. One thing about a Venus in retrograde is when I think about Venus is, because it is so tangible in nature, it could be also looking at what are some like earthly pleasures that we give too much into, right? Or that we indulge in too much, whether that's too much drinking, too much smoking, too much trying to escape reality in some capacity. Um, there are just so many habits, right, and substances that are out there that we use to escape our daily reality. And Venus wants you to be able to enjoy all in your full, in all of your full glorious senses. Wants you to be able to experience the highest level of what this world has to offer for you. So this is also a great time for looking at the things that aren't really serving us. Like, in what ways are we so indulgent and that we need to get a handle of or look on? This is a great time for like incorporating new exercise routines, or if you want to like this is a perfect time. It's Ramadan right now. It's also Lent, right, for Catholics or Christians. And this is a great time. It kind of falls in that perfect time where it's like, what do you kind of need to give up that's not really good for you anymore? Okay. So let's look at what you no longer value. What do you no longer value? You are tired of empty empty relationships. You got the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. You're tired of sweet nothings. You got the Three of Cups. This could be like fake friends or associates. Like you just don't feel the need to associate with everybody. There, like I said, there's something here where you really want to just invest in having your own tribe or your own community in some way. And you don't really have the patience or the time for just frivolous, like things need to be quick. Like you quickly need to understand where people are standing, right? With that Eight of Wands, it's because you got the Ace of Cups in the reverse position, right? And that's new things, new partnerships, new relationships, new proposals coming in, right? And what you no longer value is just a repeating cycle of the same old ish with the same, not the same person, but it could be the same person, but it could also just be like done with the same kinds of people, the same kinds of relationships, the same kinds of jobs. Like there's something here where you just no longer value fake associations, because it kind of goes directly into your subconscious. We talked about you really wanting balance, you really not needing a whole lot of people in your circle, but just needing like more solid confidants, That's what I'm getting here. And you just no longer value like the newness of things anymore. It's almost like if you are a single Taurus, you're getting tired of, and you want to date and maybe you're looking for a relationship. You're getting tired of like the um how do you say, like relationships that lack substance, or that don't go anywhere, or it's just people trying to like get involved in like the newness of things, right? You don't care about the newness. You want to establish foundation. And I feel like there's something about this retrograde period where you're just like, I'm looking at my home. I want to know who wants to be a part of my home. I'm not just inviting any old random person over here. Like, you really need to rock with me or I can't do it. Right. So I'm feeling that's the tip that you on right now. Okay. This retrograde period is really having you examine um trivial, frivolous, superficial connections that are no longer exciting to you anymore, and you just don't value that. So, how can you best reconnect with who and what you value? How can you best reconnect with who and what you value? How can you best reconnect with who and what you value? Ace of Wands. Are you really looking for like real intimacy? You want something new that you've never had before. You desire somebody that's rational, intelligent, has you have all of the pieces, but can somebody help you out sometimes? GD. And you've got the Page of Cups here. You want to find something that's that has a little bit of like electricity attached to it, right? With this Ace of Wands, is just really wanting to connect in a way, right? But wanting to also not always like take on the mental burden or load all the time. You really like, all I'm getting from this reading is balance, balance, balance. You don't just want to be the passenger princess all the time either. You're willing to hold your weight on a partnership and the job and whatever it is and all of those things, but it's just, you need some help, right? I'm feeling like you're just overburdened by giving so much to others at this time, right? And you just need a time to just be in your innocence and your softer side and really being able to tap into that. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing of like how you can reconnect, right? Reconnect, I would say, by perhaps doing something new is a way that you can do it, because Ace of Wands are about you getting involved in a passion. Maybe there's something you really enjoy doing. Do that. I feel like from really investing in a passion of yours, I'm feeling that you're going to be able to like intellectually be stimulated in some way. That can even be a person that kind of comes to you that offers themselves as like more of like this great balancing act. Okay. And it's someone that you can be quite sweet with, right? With this Page of Cups. So that's what I get. Let's go ahead and see if we have any messages from the romance angels for you, Taurus. Do we have any messages from the romance angels for our Taurus soulmate? Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay. So whoever you messing with, it is that's where you are. It's your soulmate. They are going to bring the balance to you. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay. So remembering not to harbor any negative animosity. If there's someone who has wronged you, let that ish go. And then express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. That's what I got for you. My name is Tifa. I do tarot. If you're interested in booking me for a tarot reading, do feel free to look into doing that. You can find more information in the description of this video or in the about section of the channel. Please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. I love you, Taurus. I hope you have a great day. I hope this resonated with you in some capacity. Go ahead, give it a thumbs up if it did, and a comment. I'd appreciate that. Bye.